Will Durant's return help or hurt the Warriors?
Long term, it's going to help them. I mean, you're talking about one of the top 3 players in our game inserted back into the lineup. And based upon what I saw earlier, of course, I mean, the 13-game winning streak, you're going to say, well, are they better without Durant? Short term, but long term to win a championship, if you look back 49-10 when he was there, they were scoring 118 points a game, 109 right now. But I think what he brings to the table, especially once you get deeper into the playoffs, especially if you have to play against the Cavs, Steph has struggled percentage-wise against Cleveland. Durant is a kind of guy that can offset that. And what we're really talking about is how it affects Steph and Clay, more importantly.
Right.
And if you look at their scoring averages, they're pretty much where they were at when KD was out. Beforehand, Steph was at 24, Clay was at 21. Right now, with Durant out, 2 points up, 26 and 23. I mean, so as great as it looks, as great as a conversation it is, but we're talking about winning a championship, and Kevin Durant, to me, is an integral part of it. And it will take a little bit of time,
Right.
but not like it was at the beginning of the year because they played together before. And Kevin Durant is an unselfish player, so it's not like he's a ball hog that comes in and just needs the ball all the time.
Yeah. No KD, no jewelry. It's as simple as that. If you get KD, if you want to, if you want to win
You
the
want to
ring,
win it.
you got to have him.
Did you coin that? Did you?
You think can I get that copyrighted?
Yeah.
What-
I don't know. Rob Parker might have something to say.
Rob, Rob, this is my saying now. I think the thing is that there have been, in this 13-game winning streak, they have looked sometimes better in this winning streak than they did when they had KD. But you know, long term, they didn't get KD to look good in the regular season. They got him after going 73-9, and the King of Akron and Unc went there in Game 7. I told him, you know what I tell him all the time?
What?
I say, everybody can swim in the pool. It's when you go into the ocean and they tell you to swim back to shore.
Yeah.
And Unc and Bron took him out to the middle of the ocean.
Wait, who rescued the King of Akron? I think Unc rescued him when
block.
he was out there adrift,
The
saying,
block.
"Save me, save me."
The
and
block.
Unc said, "I'm going to hit the last shot
The
to
block.
save you." Oh,
The block.
with the bicycle built for 2 blocks.
Oh, stop.
JR?
I just think the thing, I think long term, I agree with you, Jack. I think long term, KD is the answer for them. And if I'm KD, I'm like, look, do you? I'll find my way back into this. Let's not force it, Steve Kerr, Steph, Clay, Dre. Don't try to force this. I'm going to find my way back in this thing. And when we get to the playoffs, we're going to run through some
Well,
people.
let me ask you this, though. What is looking good, though, in that 13-0 run right now? What's the difference in regards to why they look better? Is it the fact that Steph is a little bit more assertive? Okay, but I believe that was going to happen anyway because it just takes time, and you know this. When you insert somebody of the caliber of Kevin Durant, everybody's going to kind of take a back seat a little bit.
Uh-huh.
It's go ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, now at
Now
what
we're getting
MVP
somewhere.
himself.
yeah, now
Now
at
we're
what
getting to
point
the
does
bottom
it
of
turn
this.
back around where Steph
Oh.
looks like Steph? Again, the numbers speak for themselves in regards not too far off.
So whose team is it? Right now, it's Steph's team.
Well, yeah.
Over these 13 games, he's shooting 47% from the three-point line. All of a sudden, he's going to have to take more of a backseat to get Kevin back in the flow.
How much of a backseat, though?
Well, I'm going to tell this man something first before I answer that question.
What you going to tell me?
You had better hope and pray that Kevin Durant blends beautifully right back in, because if he does not, your team is going to go down in the finals, if in fact it gets to the finals, because my Spurs will be there, and my Spurs own you guys. They own LeBron's psyche. He is owned by Kawhi Leonard. You know it, and I know it. That's the one you should
I watched
fear.
Steph Curry put 57 on Ginobili and Tony Parker. And LeBron had a triple-double against the Claw.
All right, so against the wait, you mean the game in Cleveland this year?
Look at LeBron's average against Kawhi and look at Kawhi's average against LeBron.
Who won that game in Cleveland? Help me out.
Y'all won.
Oh, y'all won? I'm not a y'all. I'm just a Spurs fan.
You a Spurs fan
Yeah.
now. But I
So-
remember Kawhi missed those 2 free throws.
All right, so, well,
Go ahead. We ain't talking about
he was 20 years old.
Oh,
He was. He was 20 years old.
Kawhi said, Pop, I don't want to rest. I'm 25. Oh, LeBron wants to rest.
Do you realize what Ray Allen did for LeBron's
That's-
legacy?
yeah. We're
Do
not
you realize how he
Skip.
saved his legacy?
Skip.
Where would LeBron be without both Ray Allen, thank you very much, and Draymond getting suspended? He'd be 1-6 in NBA
But that's like
Finals.
saying Paxson hit the
One
big
and
shot
six.
against Phoenix, where we might be without that championship.
Or Steve
but-
Kerr.
Yeah.
I mean, or Steve
He
Kerr.
pulls both of them aside in the sideline huddle and says, "You're going to get the ball, and you're going to make this shot."
And LeBron said in the
ball
huddle,
play.
go ahead and take this shot.
Yeah. Wait a second. Oh, did he?
That's what he told him.
I don't think
Go ahead
so.
and do this.
Wait, did he, in the sideline huddle before the Ray Allen shot, did he say, "Ray, you're going to have the ball in the corner, and I need you to make a shot"? No, LeBron took the shot to tie the game and clanged the shot so bad off the back iron. Long rebound
What about
after
them other
Chris
three?
Bosh.
What about the 18 that he scored? They were down 10 entering the fourth.
What about his 3 unforced error turnovers in the last 3 minutes of that game? It was shockingly bad.
And then what did he
He
do
was
in
coming
overtime?
apart.
What did he do in overtime?
Well, my team was cooked.
Oh, it's not, now it's your team.
Yeah.
Your team now. Huh?
It is my team.
Okay.
So back to Kevin Durant. I disqualify myself. My Spurs have one hope, and one hope only, that Kevin Durant cannot find his way back into the flow of this team.
Okay.
This team has been looking better without him than it even looked last year. That's just me, because just a few days ago, a few not fateful nights ago, that team with no Kevin Durant went to San Antonio and obliterated and humiliated my Spurs. They're up 29-7, and they lose the rest of the game 103-69. That is message sent. We own you. And I don't like the matchup. I just don't like it unless Kevin Durant steps back in, and all of a sudden Steph is thinking, well, it was my team. I was back to being MVP, 2-time MVP Steph, unanimous MVP Steph, and all of a sudden, now it's got to be everybody's team. Whose turn is it? Well, again, they were having a hard time closing games with Kevin Durant because they weren't sure of the pecking order. They're up 14 at Cleveland, and they can't figure out, do you want to shoot it or should I shoot it? And after a while, nobody wanted to shoot it, and nobody could make it until Kyrie said, I'm going to put an exclamation point and finish this thing off.
What about LeBron dunk? When he dunked Draymond and KD
And
in
he hung on the rim and should have been,
Like a
the
Christmas
NBA
order.
said a technical should have been called. It would have changed the
He had
game.
lights in his shoes. I thought it was a Christmas ornament, but he was just that flashing. He just flashing on them.
So I'm going to remind both of you again. They had 9 bad losses with Kevin Durant in those first, 59 games. They lost on opening night to my Spurs by 29 points. I'll throw it out because it was so early, but they couldn't find their way. They went to the Lakers and lost by 20. They lost in double overtime to Houston at home. They lost by 21 at Memphis. Then the Cavs game happened. Then they blew a 24-point home lead to Memphis and lost in overtime, not by 1 or 2, but by 9 points. They went to Miami and lost. They went to Sacramento and lost. They went to Denver and lost by 32. These are all Kevin Durant games because it's hard when you have a force like Kevin Durant, who's not really a takeover closer type, but he's a great player to have in your midst because he can do everything. Low shots, high efficiency, and he can protect the rim. He's 7, I think he's 7 feet tall. But the point is that they couldn't quite find their way with Kevin. Then they found their way without Kevin. And now, in a short time span, can they get it back on track with everybody? I don't know.
You better hope not.
Well, I'm telling you. I'm just telling you. And you better hope that they do, or you're in trouble. Huh?
You saw what LeBron did.
Yeah.
That's just a sample size.
Yeah.
Small sample size.
Yeah.
He low, you know what? He low shot, high efficiency, even better than KD, even better than Kawhi.
But you know what, though? You can't discount having Steve Kerr and understanding what's going on. Now, when
Right.
LeBron went to Miami, it was a pecking order. And his star, his aura took over.
Yeah.
No matter how much he wanted to say it was Dwayne Wade's team, come on, let's be honest. It's going to be LeBron's team. Same kind of dynamic here because of KD and his aura. Even with Steph being the lovable, cute,
Yeah.
but it's KD. But I tend to lean on the fact that KD has shown throughout his career his unselfish side. And then probably watching
Yes.
from the sideline too, being injured, saying, okay, how do I intricate myself back into this lineup without disturbing the flow?
Right,
'Cause
without
they-
messing up the chemistry.
Yeah, and the beauty of it is he can play off the ball. So that's the beauty of it too.